Fans, please welcome tonight's Corda Heart of the Community Award recipient, Joy the Comfort Dog. As our furriest recipient, Joy is as aptly named, has brought joy and comfort to countless people in our community. Each week, Joy visits staff and patients at St. Luke's and supports students and staff at Trinity Lutheran School. Monthly, she spends time with residents and staff at the Vinton Lutheran Home, Lynn County Mental Health Access Center, Winslow House Care Center, Cottage Grove, and Options of Lynn County. Known for her calming presence, Joy helps people relax and de-stress. She even connects with fans nationwide through her Facebook and Instagram accounts, where her journey continues to inspire and delight. Joy, thank you for sharing your time and passion to make such an impact. It starts with heart. On behalf of the RoughRiders organization and Corda Credit Union, tonight we all celebrate your commitment to making a difference in our communities. Fans, we ask that you now please rise if able, remove your hats, and welcome to the ice Vila Laffey with the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fans, please welcome to the ice two very special honorary puck droppers. Let's give a big Ridertown welcome back to the stable to Riders alum Eric Foley. And another Rough Rider, Joy the Comfort Dog. Eric and Joy, when you're ready, drop that puck.
And with that, we are just about ready to get this one underway between the RoughRiders and the Fighting Saints. RoughRiders decked out in the road red uniforms with the white trim. I probably should just say fire engine red. These are about as bright a red as I've seen in a long time in a uniform. RoughRiders in the whites with the green and the black trim. H.A. Rails in the goal to our left. And Jan Shapunar, the goal to our left. AJ one to our right. Time now for the Piro Clean opening face-off of the game. Puck's down. We are underway as the puck comes into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. Broken up there. Sent back into the Dubuque end of the rink. Controlled by Allen. Dryden Allen clears it ahead, knocked down there, cleared near side. Slezak will clear it back out. Ahead it comes Nelson. He'll clear it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back around to the left-hand side as the Fighting Saints turn and bring it out on the attack. Clearing it ahead there is Morello. Sends it down into the left-hand corner. Cleared back around to the left-hand side as they fight for it to the left of rail. It's now along the boards. Cleared back toward the blue line. Chipped out into the neutralized area. Rough Riders pick it up there. Clear it ahead. Knocked down. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. Intercepted. Musa gets it ahead. Astapovich brings it in. His shot over the top. Cleared back around to the near side. Poked back toward the blue line. Knocked down momentarily by Hajibi. Now regained by the Fighting Saints. As backpedaling in his own zone as Niedermeyer gets it off to the left-hand side. Cleared ahead of the Rider blue line. Riders get control of it there. Williams turns and brings it ahead. Clears it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Poked back into the corner. Hajibi has it. Back out Max and Vig could not hold it in. It comes back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Back to the left side of the goal. Riders pick it up there, turn, and start out. Hajibi with the head pass, takes the return. Gets it across, fires it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back off to the left-hand side. Knocked away, cleared back out into the neutralized area. Back down into the Rough Rider zone it goes. Williams giving chase back around to the near side. Knocked away from him. Cleared into the corner. Out into the neutralized area. Hajibi will clear it ahead into the Dubuque zone. Knocked down there in the Fighting Saints turn and come back out on the attack now. Kostadinsky will clear it ahead into the Rough Rider zone. Quick shot from the right-hand circle. Rails held his ground, made the save, and we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end. Just about 2 minutes into the opening period of this afternoon's game. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of the Rough Rider net. Ronaldo on the draw for the Riders, but the Fighting Saints get control of it. Engel at the point, shot, stick save Rails, cleared back to the corner. Goes back in behind the net. Ronaldo sends it back along the board's left-hand side. Edison Engel pinching in from the point, holds it in. Now back behind the Rough Rider goal out the right-hand side. Centering attempt deflected away. Riders get it out to neutral and come ahead. Bringing it ahead for the Rough Riders is Nick Romeo. Takes it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Gets ridden into the boards hard. Gets back up. Play carries on. Puck held in at the point, cleared back in behind the net. Now it comes back out front for Blanchard. Poked away at the last second. Cleared back in behind the net. Ronaldo clears it around now for Blanchard. He tried to get it to the point, does. Cross rink comes Slezak, fires through traffic. Tip, and a save is made by Shapunar, who traps it and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of the Fighting Saint net.
Big thank you from all of us for Tyson's Home Farm Auto.
Apparently the net got jarred a little bit, or there's a little ice problem behind the net. They got that taken care of. And we'll get a face-off to the right-hand side of the Fighting Saint net. Grant Young on the draw. And something went wrong, so we'll line him up, try it again. Young gets chased out of the circle this time, so it will be Vandenberg moving in to take the draw for the Rough Riders. And now we got a problem. Time clicked off the clock. All right, face off to the stick side, the right-hand side of the Fighting Saint goal. Controlled by nobody yet. It's loose in the slot. Riders get control. Young had it poked off his stick to the blue line. Vig held it in momentarily. Now it's cleared cross rink and fired back down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Carries back to the corner on the right-hand side. Fighting Saints get control of it there. Turn and come back out. Coming down the near side with it is Genershow. Takes it behind the net. Stood up back there. Cleared back around to the near side. Picked up Max and Vig. Vig clears it out to the blue line. Knocked down there. Back it comes Vig on the near side. Vig across the blue line. Had it poked away. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. Riders get control of it there now. Vig clears it ahead now for Hiles. Off to the side. Back out front it comes. Vandenberg turns, fires. That goes through to the corner on the near side. Back in behind the net, wraparound attempt cut off as Mackey tried to stuff it in the left-hand side. Knocked away, back out to neutral to the Rough Riders zone. Williams picks it up there for the Riders. Gets it cross rink for James Mackey, who brings it ahead. Mackey drops it back now for Hiles. Try to get it in front. That didn't connect. Cleared back off the boards to the near side. Mackey back out to the point. Mackey moves in, slides it cross rink left side, takes a return back on the blue line. This pass deflected. Mackey gets it back. Fires it off to the left-hand boards. Riders get to it first. That's Nelson. Takes it into the corner. Astapovich comes in, pulls it out of the pile, and then gets tagged into the boards for his efforts. Here come the Fighting Saints back out on the attack. Barron brings it ahead, drops it off to the right-hand side. Cross-ring pass knocked down, picked back up and cleared in deep by the Fighting Saints' Colin Frank. Frank in the corner digging for it now, gets control of it along the boards. Back out to the blue line it comes. Cross-ring it comes. Barnhill holds it in. Fires wide of the goal, sends it back down into the corner. Cleared back around to the left-hand side. Knocked away, back out toward the blue line. Picked up by Jason Musa. Poked away from him, back into the Rough Riders zone. Riders have it. Slezak turns, brings it ahead. Sends it ahead to the Dubuque line. Knocked away there. Ulvevny sends it in deep as we come up on 5 minutes gone here in period number 1. No score in the contest as Merrill brings it ahead for Dubuque. Fires it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back around to the near side. A GB along the boards. Backhand pass to neutral. Sent back to him. Poked off his stick. Mackey gets it. Clears it back. The Riders will try to break it out again. Off on the left-hand side. That's Menz who clears it ahead. And that's going to be an icing call on the Rough Riders. And no, you can't take the timeout with an icing call.
This TV timeout is brought to you by Greg's Lawn and Landscaping. No TV timeout.
There you go. Can't take the TV timeout with an icing call. As the team that iced the puck doesn't get to change anybody, so the opposing team gets a little bit of an advantage, putting fresh legs out against potentially a tired shift. Ulvevny will take the draw for the Rough Riders. He will take it. Well, I was going to say Teddy Merrill. Well, Merrill just backs up. Okay, he'll move back in. So Ulvevny and Merrill will try it to the left of rail. It's back out to the point it comes. Niedermeyer skates into the slot, fires, stick save to the right-hand side. Musa has control of it there, tries to clear it out, cannot do so. Held in, now cleared back down into the corner, bounces back in behind the net. Centered pass up front, shot, save, rails as he stopped Merrill from point blank. Puck cleared to the near side. GB had it momentarily, knocked away. Menz catches up to it in the corner. Tries to clear it back around to the left-hand side, knocked away. Picked up by the Fighting Saints, back in behind the goal it comes. Coming up the side, Spicer on the right-hand side. Turns, fires, that goes wide of the mark, cleared to the near side. Rough Riders chip it back out to neutral. Picked up by the Fighting Saints who clear it ahead, knocked away. Merrill gets it back, brings it in. Looking for a place to go, sends it down low into the corner from Matthew Desiderio. Back to the near side it comes Hajibi for the Rough Riders. Gets it out, Ulvevny crosses the center line, backhands it in. As it goes down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink, around to the left-hand side. Held in, Ronaldo pokes it back in behind the goal. Cleared back around to the near side as the Fighting Saints turn and come back out on the attack with it. Van Vliet gets it ahead now for Cornforth, but somebody got in ahead of the play and threw it offside. So we'll take it back outside the blue line for the face-off with 13:31 to go. Here in period number 1. And no score in the contest between the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints. One other game on the schedule this afternoon. Fargo at Des Moines. They will drop the puck in, about 15 minutes in Des Moines.
All right, what do you think, Sarah? You need help with your entire section. What do you think? A lot of people are saying 3. What do you think, Sarah?
No score in our contest here with 13:31 to go in the first. Shots on goal are 3-2 in favor of the Fighting Saints, at least according to the scoreboard. Get a face-off coming up. It'll be outside the Rough Rider blue line. Cornforth moves in to take the draw for the Fighting Saints. They'll take it against Sam Rinaldo for the Rough Riders. Poked ahead now. Riders get control of it. Now it's poked back down into the Cedar Rapids end of the rink. Williams back to pick it up. Back there, check that. That's Fenton along the boards with it. Now tied up in the corner. Puck kicks away from the pile. Riders pick it up, clear it back out into the neutralized area. Knocked away. Ronaldo swings over to pick it up back into his own zone. Cross-rink pass comes from Maxon Vig, who brings it in with a full head of steam. Stops at the top of the right-hand circle, sends it down into the corner. Back out front into the slot area, knocked away. And the Fighting Saints clear it back out into the neutralized area. Coming ahead, Van Vliet carries it down along the boards. Flips it in front, deflected away momentarily by Ronaldo. Now picked up Blanchard. Gets it ahead for Romeo. They come 2-on-2. Romeo fanned on it. Back out front it comes Blanchard, forced back in behind the net. Now tied up along the end boards. Puck clears to the corner on the right-hand side. Out to the blue line. Mackey fires. Stick save. Sends it into the right-hand corner. Along the boards. Riders had it momentarily. Now the Fighting Saints do clear it out into the neutralized area. Picked up by the Fighting Saints. Backpedaled into their own zone. Ritter Coombs sends it back in behind the net. As the Fighting Saints clear it around to the near side. As they turn and come ahead into the neutralized area. Across the blue line, coming ahead with it there is Konstantinsky. He'll fire it wide of the goal. Back down into the corner to the left of A.J. Rails. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. Picked up by Jenner Show. He'll circle, send the pass ahead down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink, but he shot it from his own side of the red line, which makes that an icing call. And we will go back down to the Dubuque end of the rink for the face-off with 11:53 to go here in the opening 20 minutes of tonight's game. Face-off to the left-hand side of the Dubuque. Yes, I know it's afternoon. I just keep saying evening, got a habit. Face-off coming up to the left-hand side of the goal. Astapovich on the draw for the Riders. Pulls it back. Shot from there. Steered wide. As getting the shot off was Menz. Now cleared back out to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Slezak sends it cross rink from Menz. Back out to neutral it comes. Riders bring it in. Poke check off the stick of Astapovich. Nelson picks it up. Takes it behind the net. And his pocket picked. And the Fighting Saints back out on the attack. Across the center line. Clear it into the Rough Rider zone. Rails steers it back to the right-hand corner. As the Riders turn and break it out into the neutralized area. Knocked down there. Somebody's got a broken stick laying in the middle of the rink. Puck cleared back cross rink. Riders had it there. Hajibi had it deflect off his stick. It'll go up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up. As the clock stops with 11:09 to go. Face-off is to the stick side of the Fighting Saint net, which is the right-hand side of the goaltender Shapunar. Cleared back down into the corner now and around to the near side. Out into the neutralized area, knocked down. Vig picks that back up, clears it down into the Rough Rider end of the, or the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Back out Fenton at the blue line, holds it in, sends it back down into the corner. Knocked loose along the boards, back out to neutral. Musa picks it up again, brings it in. Musa carries it down along the boards. Jason takes it into the corner, tied up there. Puck squirts away. The Fighting Saints have it in front of their own goal, cleared to the blue line. Max and Vig holds it in, sends it back in the Fighting Saints zone. Down to the corner. Uvebny tried to get it to Hajibi. That didn't connect. As the Fighting Saints clear it back out and fire it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. And that's going to be another icing call. And we'll go back down to the Dubuque end of the rink for the draw.
And make some noise for the Van Noise Theater.
Face-off will come in the Dubuque end. This time looks like we're going to go to the right of the goaltender, the stick side of Shapunar. Ronaldo moving in to take the draw for the Rough Riders. And he'll take it against Colin Frank. for the Fighting Saints. Has this control. Blanchard, a quick shot, high and wide. Off to the side, cleared back out into the neutralized area. Knocked down there. And Rough Riders going to get called for a hand pass. So we'll have the face-off coming up out in the neutralized area. We'll move it down to just outside the Rough Rider blue line. As taking a draw, Grant Young for the Rough Riders. And just poked down into the Cedar Rapids end of the ring. Comes on goal rail, steers it off to the side. Picked up Slezak, gets it off to the wing. Now back out to neutral it comes. Picked up, backhanded down into the Fighting Saint end of the ring. Knocked down and brought right back out. Now Vandenberg picks it up, brings it in this time. Vandenberg cross ring, Slezak, he'll fire from the top of the circle. Save is made. Young flips it out front, back out to the point. Mensa's shot hit one of the Fighting Saint players as the puck clears back out into the neutralized area, down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Men's back to get it there, gets it off now to the right-hand side for Shalon for the Rough Riders. Cleared back out toward the blue line. Held in and cleared back down into the corner as Combs has it there for the Fighting Saints. Try to get it in front. That doesn't connect. Giuliani has it. Back out it comes now to the point. Malbuff holds it in. Malbuff, I should say. Cleared back off to the right-hand side. Now brought in. Shot knocked down in traffic. Never got to the goal. Cleared back into the right-hand corner as they fight for it right in front of the Zamboni doors. Puck cleared back around to the near side. Picked up by Malbuff. He'll clear it back around to the right-hand side. As they tie up there, puck knocked away. Picked up Vandenberg in the middle of the rink. Clears off the boards down to the Dubuque end of the rink. Doesn't have enough gas on it for an icy call. Cornforth will pick it up for the Fighting Saints. As it's cleared back off to the side now, coming ahead with it is Frank. He'll get it out cross rink now across the center line. Barnhill fires it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Back off to the right-hand side. Puck knocked away there momentarily. Now comes out into the neutralized area. Fighting Saints bring it right back in. Coming in now on the backhand. Across it comes Cornforth. Shot, save, rebound. Save again. Is unable to control it cleanly. I believe was Janersho coming down the right-hand side. Now comes back out into the neutralized area. Mackey brings it ahead. Cross rink for Ronaldo. He'll turn, fire, save, rebound in front. Cleared back to the circle. Ronaldo, right-hand side, cuts it front, fires again. Another save. Back off to the left-hand boards now. Cleared behind the net. Blanchard taking for it there. Had it momentarily knocked away. Ronaldo gets it out front, steered away by the Dubuque defense. Back into the corner as it comes around to the near side. Picked up by the Fighting Saints along the near boards as they bring it out into the neutralized area. Coming ahead with it now is Van Vliet. He'll clear it off to the side, knocked away. Rough Riders pick it up, turn and start back the other way. Ronaldo gets it across the center line, fires it in, heads for the bench on a change. Puck cleared back down into the Dubuque zone around to the left-hand side. No score in the contest, 7:31 to go as the Buccaneers, or the Rough Riders, knock it loose. Cleared back down into the corner. Now Nelson has it there. Cleared back around to the near side as they fight for it along the boards. Astapovich brings it out front. Shot, save. Cleared back into the corner. Out toward the blue line. Vig holds that in. Fires it back down in behind the Fighting Saint goal. Penalty coming up on the Fighting Saints. As one of the Rough Riders got blasted from behind into the boards. And Cedar Rapids should get the first power play opportunity of the night at the 12:58 mark. Period number one. Setting off is Kostadinsky. Check from behind and 10.
Welcome to the Great America Sinbad, and this TV timeout.
So Kostadinsky will be back about, about 5 minutes into period number 2. And the Rough Riders will get their first man advantage of the afternoon. Rough Rider power play on the year is at 14.1%. And the Fighting Saint penalty kill is at 78.6%. So the Rough Riders heading out onto the power play after the timeout. As we're still the only game going on. No score here between the Fighting Saints and the Rough Riders. You know, looking back on it, there have been, you know, shots on goal, of course, but I'm not sure anybody's had a really great scoring chance here in this first period of play either. Some good shots, don't get me wrong, but nothing you wouldn't expect the USHL goaltender to be able to stop. Well, we'll see what happens. As Kostadinsky takes his place in the Great America Sin Bin, the Rough Riders head to the Sadler power play for the first time tonight. Face-off will be in the Dubuque end of the rink to the left-hand side of the goal. Riders control the draw back out to the point. Held in Mackey, shot, save, loose in front, rebound, save again. Don't know how, but they got across to stop Astapovich. Cleared back into the corner on the right-hand side. Whole bunch of them in there, 5 or 6 of them digging for it. It comes out of the pile. Astapovich has it back out to the blue line, top of the left-hand circle. Men's shot knocked down in traffic. Oh, we just got away with one, folks. Cleared back down into the corner now. Back out front, Nelson shot knocked away to the near side. Vig has it along the boards, trying to get it down low. That's knocked away and cleared. Back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Vig has it on the near side, turns, comes ahead. Gets it for Hajibi. Cleared back to the near side, Vig. Vig tries to get it down low, knocked away. Hajibi has it along the boards on the left-hand side. Back out, Menz. Back for Hajibi in the left-hand circle. Cross rink. Astapovich has scored. Quick pass cross rink from the left-hand circle off to the right-hand one. And Daniel Astapovich cashes in the power play. And the Rough Riders grab the lead by a score of 1-0. And for Astapovich, that is number 11 on the year and his 4th power play tally on the campaign. Nothing Rough Riders, 6 minutes to go here in period number 1. As the Fighting Saints get control of the draw, Giuliani pokes it ahead, knocked away, picked back up at neutral. To the near side, Ulvebny carries that in. Ulvebny takes it down into the corner on the right-hand side as they fight for it in the right-hand corner. Knocked away, and the Fighting Saints pick it up, clear it out into the neutralized area, and down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey gets it off to the near side for Menz, poked out into the neutralized area, knocked down there. Picked up, Musa brings it in. Musa slides it across. Mackey shot, save, goes up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Astapovich gets his 11th goal of the year. Hajibi gets the only assist. And Rough Riders lead it by a score of 1-0. But for Hajibi, that is his team-leading 17th assist on the season. Face off to the glove side of the Fighting Saint net. Vandenberg moving in to take the draw for the Rough Riders. As the puck's down on the ice, cleared to the near side. Fighting Saints turn to come out of their own zone. Frank brings it ahead across the blue line. They're offside. If they play it, they do. Frank had a poke checked off his stick just enough to throw the whole play offside. And we'll take it back outside the Rough Rider blue line for the face-off. Grant Young will take the draw against Jonathan Morello. Fighting Saints get control of it and clear it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Rail stops it behind the net, looks for a place to pass it off to his right-hand side. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. Looked like a defenseman stand back there trying to figure out what to do with it. Finally cleared it away. Riders get it down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Fighting Saints have control of it there. Cleared back to the blue line, not out. Riders hold it in. Young drops it. Vandenberg fans on the shot, tries it a second time, got a piece of that one. Fighting Saints clear it away and come back out on the attack. Barnhill brings it in, fires down into the corner. Menz takes it back behind the goal, around to the near side pass to GB, picked up by Vandenberg, who sends it cross rink for Young. He'll drive it down into the Dubuque end of the rink and then head for the bench on a change. Blanchard in forechecking in the corner, knocked it loose momentarily. Fighting Saints pick it back up. Clear around to the left-hand side, knocked down there. As the Fighting Saints get it back out into the neutralized area. 4:14 to go here. Period number one. Rough Riders with a 1-0 lead as they carry the puck down into the corner and knocked away along the side. Riders clear it back out. Romeo could not tip it, and that will make it an icy call and send it all the way down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. So we'll go back down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. So we'll go back to the Rough Rider end for the face-off with just under 4 minutes to go here in the first period of tonight's game. Face-off for the club side of the goal, controlled by the Fighting Saints. Malbuff breaks it in. Shot saved by Rails, who clubs it and hangs on. And we'll get another face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off to the glove side of the Rough Rider net. Cleared back to the side now, behind the goal around the right-hand boards. Blanchard chops it down there, forced to send it back behind the goal, out around to the near side, the left-hand side. Cleared out to the points. Malbuff holds it in there for the Fighting Saints. Back in behind the net now for Nicholas Desiderio. Knocked away back out into the neutralized area, picked up there as the Fighting Saints clear it back down into the Rough Rider zone. Back in behind the net. Picked up there by Menz. Now taken away. Cleared off the glass down the ice. And this one will not get to the red line either, so no icing call. As play carries on, Van Vliet dumps it back into his own zone. Riders intercept it there. Get it out front for Romeo, but he couldn't get the stick down fast enough to tip it in. Stopovich has it back at the blue line. Backhand pass for Max at Vig comes in, takes a shot, and the save is made by Shapunar. And then some pushing and shoving in front of the net after the play. Linesmen get them separated. Nothing's going to come of it. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. Three minutes to go here in period number one. Rough Riders 1-0 lead on a power play goal from Daniel Stopovich. And now they're having a little discussion over on the Fighting Saints bench about something. Whatever it is, they've got it settled. Rough Rider players had a quick huddle about what they wanted to do. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Stopovich moving in to take the draw for the Rough Riders. They can get it straight back. Max and Biggs got a quick shot ready. And Stopovich chased out, so Hajibi will come in to take the draw. Puck cleared back into the slot area, knocked away. Astapovich picks it up, shot wide. Cleared back in behind the goal, around to the boards, left-hand side. Fenton steers it back down into the corner for Nelson. Nelson has it knocked away, cleared to the blue line. Vig got over to hold it in. Backhands it ahead for Hajibi. Hajibi had it poked off his stick. Comes off to the near wing, cleared out to the blue line. Fenton holds it in. Now it's batted down, poked ahead, and that's a hand pass on the Rough Riders. Fenton gloved it, batted it down, sent it ahead for Astapovich. You can do that in your defensive zone, but you can't do it in the offensive one. So the faceoff will move outside the blue line with 2:34 to go here in period number 1. Bolvebny will take the draw against Teddy Merrill for the Fighting Saints. Puck cleared back to the Rider side of the center line. Riders have it there. Mackey turns, brings it ahead into the Dubuque end of the rink, skates it down into the corner. Takes it up and along the boards on the right-hand side and knocked away. Cleared cross rink. Fighting Saints pick it up, cleared out to neutral. Long pass ahead. Picked up Giuliani coming in. Shot saved by Rails. Off to the right-hand side. Riders clear it back out. Cross rink. Musa steers it back down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Takes it down into the corner. Knocked off his stick. Cleared around to the near side. Giuliani gets it at neutral. Fires it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey has it behind the goal. Mackey gets it out to the right-hand side. Knocked away. Cleared back in behind the net. Center pass out front. Shot in the goal. Teddy Merrill. Quick pass from behind the net. Came right out front. And the Fighting Saints tie it up with 1:45 to go here in period number 1. Excuse me, and from Merrill, that is number 4 on the year. And we are tied at 1 with 1:45 to play here in the first stanza. Puck cleared off the boards on the near side of the Rough Rider line, knocked away there. Rough Riders get it back, tip it down into the Dubuque end of the rink, off to the corner right-hand side. Rinaldo along the boards, rings it all the way around the left-hand boards. Nobody there as it's cleared back out into the neutralized area. Picked up by the Fighting Saints, who bring it back in. Shot saved by Rails. As getting the shot off was Morello. Cleared back out into the neutralized area. As the Fighting Saints pick it up a neutral, Frank tips it ahead. Riders pick that off at the blue line. Drop it back. Menz will clear it off the boards out to neutral ahead for Blanchard, who tips it down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Puck goes back to behind the goal, around to the near side.
1 minute.
Ronaldo has it there with 1 minute to go in the first 20 minutes. Tied at 1 apiece. Puck clears back down into the right-hand corner. As they pile it after it, Riders pull it out, clear it around the boards. Menz on the left point holds it in, takes the shot. That goes wide. Comes back now. Slezak along the blue line holds it in, knocked away, cleared back out to neutral. Menz picks it up there for Blanchard, takes the return. Joseph Menz across the center line will feather it down into the Dubuque end of the rink behind the Rough Riders. Time for a change. As it carries back in behind the goal, Astapovich after the loose puck there. Knocked away to the near side. Astapovich gets to it first, fires wide, knocked away. Cleared back down into the corner now as they fight for it along the boards. Picked up by the Fighting Saints, cleared out into the neutralized area by Van Vliet. Picked up there by Cornforth, who carries it in. Drops it back in behind the net, cleared around to the near side. As it's taken away again, Van Vliet drops it off to the side. Shot saved by Rails. As Cornforth got one off from the bottom of the left-hand circle. AJ held his ground, made the save. And we have 1 period of hockey in the books. Our score, the Dubuque Fighting Saints 1, the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders 1. Unofficial shot on goal totals, 12-8 in favor of the RoughRiders. Gets you the official numbers And the period recap coming up in a couple of minutes. But for now, let's head down to the ice in the first intermission activities.
Your Riders have 12 shots on goal to Dubuque's 8 shots on goal. Vaccines are your best Rough Riders defense. Iowa HHS reminds you to ask your healthcare provider which vaccines are right for you and your family. Ridertown, it is time for our first intermission inside the stable. We want to thank Prairie Farms for sponsoring our first intermission activity. And also, Prairie Farms is throwing out free t-shirts. So get up and make some noise, Ridertown, if you want a free t-shirt courtesy of Prairie Farms. Now, Ridertown, this is admittedly one of my favorite intermission activities. It is our mascot kid shoot to win. You see all of our mascots out on the ice. The mascot shot that is closest to the pin or hits the pin is going home with a prize package courtesy of Prairie Farms, and the runner-up is going home with a prize from Chick-fil-A, Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A. We want to thank both Prairie Farms and Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A for their support of the Rough Riders. Now, you'll also notice that each mascot is paired with a little Rough Rider. The winner and runner-up are also going home with prizes for the kids as well. Now, here is our lineup of mascots. First up, we have Culver's. Make it up for Scoopy from Culver's, Ridertown. We love Scoopy. Up next, we have Chip from Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust. We love Chip. And then making his first ever appearance at our mascot challenge, Shoot to Win, Fairway Frank. Yes, we love Fairway Frank. And then we have our Chick-fil-A cow, our Chick-fil-A cow. Remember, eat more chicken, Ridertown. Then down the line, we have McGruff from Cedar Rapids Police Department. McGruff is a classic. And then up next, we know him, we love him. I think he's the best mascot in the world. It's Ricochet. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have Sparky from the Cedar Rapids Fire Department. Oh, that's Bobber. We have Bobber. Sparky's not here. That's okay. Bobber is here as well. We love Bobber from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Make some noise for Bobber, Ridertown. All right. First up is Scoopy from Culver's. Scoopy, when you're ready, take your shot. Oh, that's all right. You just warmed us up, Scoopy. All right, up next is Chip from Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust. Let's see if Chip is money with this shot. Oh, Chip, interesting form, Chip. I like it. All right. Up next, making his first appearance, it's Fairway Frank. Yes, he's flexing. Flexing Fairway Frank. All right, here he goes. Ooh, lining up. Good shot, Fairway Frank. Oh! All right, Fairway Frank came to play. Up next is the Chick-fil-A cow. Make some noise, Ridertown. All right, lining up. Ooh, just a little right. That's okay. I'm feeling good about McGruff, though. Make some noise, Ridertown, for McGruff from the Cedar Rapids Police Department. All right, McGruff is lining it up. Oh, that's okay, that's a mulligan. Oh, just a little left on that one. That's okay, McGruff. It's hard in the trench coat. And up next, number one in your hearts, make some noise, Ridertown, for Ricochet. Oh, a great shot. It doesn't surprise me at all. And then, finally, we have Bobber from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Get loud for Bobber, Ridertown. Oh, this is a good shot, Bobber. All right, let's see. Who are our winners? Number one, Ricochet. And Chick-fil-A cow. Chick-fil-A. Oh, three. That's Fairway Frank. Sorry, Fairway Frank. Ricochet is our number one, and our runner-up is Fairway Frank. We want to thank Prairie Farms and Chick-fil-A for the prizes and for sponsoring our first intermission. That was your first intermission entertainment right here inside the stable.
Be the next fan to sit in the hottest seat in the stable, courtesy of Quickstar. Not only will you have the chance to cheer on the riders from center ice in the Quickstar hotspot, but you'll also appear on the Jumbotron and receive a complimentary pizza coupon for Quickstar's hotspot. To register, just wheel on over to the Nokian Tires fan service table and complete the required information. The winner will be contacted by the Rough Riders office. A big thank you to our dear friends at Quickstar for providing a hot night out in the coolest place in the community.
Instant replays this season are powered by Play It Again Sports, your locally owned sporting goods store, offering affordable new and quality used sports and fitness equipment. Bring your sports and fitness gear and get paid on the spot, or trade up at the new location next to Firestone Tire on the First Avenue side of Lindale Mall, Suite 3001.
Don't forget to look your best with the Rider Wear merchandise available at the Bim Ritter merchandise stand on the main arena concourse. Check out all the new hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, cowbells, and more.
Participate in the greatest hockey contest around during the second intermission. It's our Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Wheel on over to the Nokian Tires fan service table and purchase your pucks now for a chance to win fantastic prizes from our participating sponsors.
Bill's Brothers Furniture is home to the Rough Riders Players Lounge. They offer exactly what the players were looking for in terms of comfort, and their prices are unbeatable. Bill's Brothers has an extensive stock on hand for furniture in every room and decor, with new arrivals weekly. Not only do they provide furniture delivery, but as a locally owned family business, they have been delivering exceptional service to our community for over 50 years. Bill's Brothers Furniture, your one-stop shop for high-quality furniture.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
Fans, you hear that music, and that means it's time for the Tyson's Home Farm Auto Price is Right. Come on down, Carson. Carson is here with his entire crew of Rough Rider pals, and he is ready to play our Tyson's Home Farm Auto Price is Right. All right, Carson, here's how this works. You're going to look up at the big board, and you're going to see an item from Tyson's latest sales catalog. Now, tonight, it's a 1919 root beer keg. Now, there are three prices up on the board there, Carson. You can get help from your entire section here. Which do you think is the correct sales price for that 1919 root beer keg? What do you think, Carson?
99.
Carson says 1999. Show it to me, Ridertown. Yes! Carson is a big winner. He's going home with a $25 gift card, courtesy of Tyson's, putting the customer first at 24 locations throughout Iowa and Wisconsin. Congratulations to Carson, and thanks to Tyson's Home Farm Auto. Fans, it's time to check out scores from around the league with the Checktown Station out-of-town scoreboard. Ridertown, Terry Duran Company brings you tonight's electric guitar cam. Let's rock out inside the stable and see all those air guitars.
No, I'm surprised. He came down, I'm like, who won? And she's like, Ricochet. I'm like, seriously? It was a nice shot. Was it? Yeah. Wow, no, I'm surprised. That's what I said. Did he practice? No. Usually, so, can we do a summer golf thing with little kids? I always get stuck fucking doing it. I can't golf, dude. I can't putt to save my life. Yeah. I'm like, really? This sucks. So we never win. Ever. Like, again, golf is not his sport. Ricochet's sport is hockey. Like I said, that's why he should always win that. But
Terry Duran Company is your one-stop shop for electrical and telecommunications supplies, and that was our Terry Duran electric guitar cam.
And welcome back to I'm on Ice Arena between periods 1 and 2 of tonight's game. The RoughRiders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 after the first 20 minutes of play. I can't really find a word to describe period number 1. It was not a bad period of hockey, but it wasn't a great one either. Both sides just kind of, well, they were playing like it was the third game in 3 days, okay? I think whichever team could find a little extra momentum or energy heading into the second, third period is going to get a little bit of an edge coming out in this contest. There were 2 goals scored, one on each side. The RoughRiders got it started with a power play tally at the 14-minute mark of the period. Big tries to get it down low, knocked away. Achibi has it along the boards on the left-hand side. Back out, Menz. Back for Hajibi in the left-hand circle. Cross ring. Krasipovic has scored. Daniel Astapovic getting his 11th of the year. Hajibi got 1 assist. They have added a second assist, and that to Joseph Menz. And that one made it 1-0 for the RoughRiders. It would stay that way 4 minutes and 15 seconds, as at the 18-15 mark, the Fighting Saints tied it up. Mackey gets it out to the right-hand side, knocked away. Cleared back in behind the net. Center pass out front, shot in the goal. Teddy Merrill picking up the goal on the centering pass from Spicer. His 4th of the year. That knotted us at 1 apiece, which is where we stand right now. Shots were 12-9 in favor of the RoughRiders, and just 1 penalty called in that first period. And that was on the Fighting Saints. Kostadinsky, he picked up a check from behind, which is 2 and 10. So he's still going to be in the box for roughly the first 5 minutes of this second period. Let's check out the scores around the league with the Checkdown Station out-of-town scoreboard. One other game going on, 5:35 to go in the first period of play. The Fargo Force are leading the Des Moines Buccaneers by a score of 3-1. The only other action going on in the USHL on this Sunday afternoon. Quick check of standings as we head into play on this Sunday. Dubuque is on top in the Eastern Conference. They have 44 points, one more than Muskegon. Then comes Madison, Youngstown, Green Bay. The RoughRiders in the 6th spot with 28 points. Chicago's in the 7th spot, 8 points back. And then the U.S. National Team Development Program has 15. In the Western Conference, Sioux Falls leads the way with 44 points. Then comes Fargo, Lincoln, Sioux City, Waterloo, and Tri-City round out the top 6. Des Moines and Omaha round out the rest of the conference. Top scorers in the league, Artemi Nezamayev of Tri-City. He has 40 points. Landon Gunderson of Sioux City, 39. Giacomo Martino of Sioux City has 36. Top 3 scores in the league. Top goal getter is Nezamayev with 22. Gunderson leads in assists with 25. And Nick Knutson leads the league in penalty minutes with 97. Top goaltender in the league based on goals against average is Gadzeev from Muskegon. Chekabutian Gadzeev has a 2.15 goals against average. Alan Lendak of Fargo, 2.27. Aiden Wright of Sioux Falls, 2.34 to round out the top goaltenders in the United States Hockey League. Heading into play on this Sunday afternoon. Both teams making their way back out to the ice for the second period. Like I said, it wasn't a bad first period. It just wasn't a terribly great or terribly exciting one either. So we'll see if they can find some energy to go with the second period, shall we? I think that would be a good thing. RoughRiders defend the goal to our left as A.J. Rails kicked out 8 of 9 in that first period. And Jan Shapunar sets up the goal to our right for Dubuque. He kicked out 11 of 12 in that first period of play. Time now for the Bureau Clean second period face-off. And we are ready to go. There's the drop. We are underway as the RoughRiders back into their own zone to pick it up. That's Menz with it there off to the left-hand side. Cleared across the center line, knocked away by the Fighting Saints there. Frank brings it back in. Shot broken up by the defense. Cleared back off to the left-hand side. Comes out to the point. Cross rink Allen. Allen fires. Rails takes that off the logo. Traps it and hangs on. We'll have a face-off coming up to the right-hand side of the RoughRider net. It will be Merrill taking the draw for the Fighting Saints. And Olvebny for the RoughRiders. That's cleared back along the boards on the right-hand side. Poked back down along the end boards, now back behind the net around to the left-hand corner. Nobody can control it yet. They just keep pushing it along. Now knocked away in the corner. Riders turn it over. Fighting Saints get it back out to the blue line. Engel fans on it there, gets it back, sends it along the boards. Maxenvig intercepts that, slides it cross rink for the RoughRiders, steered out into the neutralized area. The Fighting Saints get control of it there. Off to the right-hand side. Engel turns and brings it in. Cleared back down, knocked away. Riders pick it up, try to clear it out of the zone, do get it ahead. Musa picks it up, brings it in, drop pass, nobody there. As the Fighting Saints come back the other way. Desiderio coming in. This is Matt Desiderio. Shot, save, cleared to the left-hand side. Musa pokes the pass ahead. Here come the Riders back out on the attack. Ulvebny brings it in, drops it for Musa, sends it back down into the corner for Ulvebny. Knocked away from him, back around to the near side. Men's in from the point to hold it in. Men's takes it in, now cuts toward the goal, shot, save. Cleared back to the right-hand side, back out to the point. Shot goes wide there. Off the stick of Slezak, back out Chelan covering the point, fires, hit traffic. Comes back along the boards now, taken there by Vandenberg, who takes a shot from the left-hand boards. That's trapped and hung on to by Chapunar, and we'll get a face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. A minute 40 into the contest. Into the second period of the contest, I should say. Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints are tied at 1 apiece. Down on the ice, controlled by nobody as it poked to the boards now. Still in the Dubuque end of the rink now, and is trying to clear it out, but unable to do so. As the Rough Riders hold it in, bring it in. Romero cuts into the slot area, takes a shot, and the save is made. And hung on to by Chapunar, and we'll try it again. Face off to the club side of the Fighting Saint goal. Blanchard will take the draw for the Rough Riders, and he will take it against Lucas Van Vliet. As it comes back to the point, held in by Vig. He'll just ring it around the boards to the far side. Fighting Saints get to it first along the boards, cleared back into the corner, around to the near side. Blanchard, as it knocked away, gets it back out front. It comes, Romeo moves in, shot, save. And deflected up and out of play. And a little pushing after the play. Nothing comes of it. Players basically broke themselves up. And we'll take the face-off coming up in the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Face-off again to the glove side, the left-hand side of the Fighting Saint net. Astapovich pulls it back now off the far side. Mackey fires, hit the end boards. Back off near side. Hajibi along the boards. Clears it down into the corner now. Goes after it himself, taking for it along the boards. Trying to get it to Astapovich. That didn't connect as they continue to fight for it along the boards. Left-hand side of the Fighting Saint goal. Knocked away back into the corner. Hajibi going after it. Goes behind the net out the right-hand side. Astapovich gets to it, clears it back out to the blue line. Shot, tip, save. And somebody got tied up in front before they could get to the rebound. The Fighting Saints clear it back out to neutral. Knocked out at center by Williams. Now cleared into the Rough Riders zone. Nelson had it knocked away there. Williams gets it back. Turns and starts out. Bobby Williams gets it ahead for Astapovich. Knocked down. Cleared into the Fighting Saints zone. Riders would have been offside. They back out instead. Fighting Saints cleared ahead. Ekman will clear it down into the Cedar Rapids end of the rink. Cleared around the boards. Cole Hiles back the other way for the Rough Riders. Hiles cuts toward the goal. Had it roll off his stick. Takes it along the end boards. Back out it comes. Men's shot. Tip. Save. As Musa tipped a shot on the way in. But Chapunar stayed with it and hung on to it. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Dubuque Fighting Saint end of the rink.
We found our winner right over here, ringing his bell for a Blue Lagoon car wash. Don't forget Blue Lagoon.
Face-off to the glove side of the Fighting Saint net. Sam Rinaldo on the draw, controlled by nobody yet. Finally, the Riders, Musa pokes it off to the wing. Vig has it there, knocked away. And here come the Fighting Saints back out on the attack. Coming ahead down the near side. Barrett's shot hit traffic, deflects to the corner. Cleared back along the boards on the near side. Knocked down there as they fight for it. Rough Riders clear it back out into the neutralized area. Fighting Saints at their own blue line get control of it there. Luke Malbuff will fire it back down into the Rough Rider zone. Back behind the goal it comes, cleared around to the near side. Back out into the neutralized area. It's coming ahead with it. Fenton tied up in traffic, skates through it. Still had the puck, gets it across the center line, backhands it in. In the Fighting Saint end of the rink, and back to get it there. Barron for Dubuque. Circles in front of his own goal, turns and starts out. Breaks it out into the neutralized area, gets it off to the side from Morello, who clears it in deep. Rough Riders have it along the boards on the far side, picked up there. Shalon gets the pass ahead now for Vandenberg, cutting in, poked off his stick, back out to the blue line, centering pass, didn't get through. As the Fighting Saints turn clear it back out. Williams had it on top of his helmet for about 3 strides, which is a new one. Gets it on his stick, finally gets it ahead for Shalon, who comes into the Fighting Saints zone. Knocked away, back off to the side, and here come the Fighting Saints back on the attack. Centering pass back out front, shot off the stick of Merrill, saved by Rails, and it's cleared back into the neutralized area. Puck cleared back off to the boards right in front of the Fighting Saint bench. Here comes Dubuque back in, cross-ring pass to the near side, shot, save Rails, rebound back out front, goes all the way through to the far side as Niedermeyer got stopped on the first shot. Puck cleared back down into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away, back out. Niedermeyer at the blue line, holds it in. Cross-rank shot, saved by Rails, who traps it and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up after the timeout. Konstantinsky comes out of the penalty box after serving his misconduct. And we got a timeout on the ice. 14:49 to go here in period number 2. And the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 apiece. One other game going on tonight in Des Moines at the Mid-America Energy Company Recplex. 1 period in the books, and they are not playing defense in Des Moines tonight. After 1, it's 4-2 Fargo. Yeah, I think they're not playing defense in Des Moines, at least not in the first period they didn't. We'll see what happens as that one progresses. Here it's 1-1 as we get ready for the face-off with 14:10 to go in this second period of play. Face-off will be in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It'll be to the glove side of Rails. As soon as the clock finishes counting down after the 60-second timeout. Face off to the left-hand side of the Rough Rider goal, cleared into the corner. Knocked away back in behind the net. Menz has it there, gets it around to the near side. Blanchard, they'll backhand it out to neutral. Fighting Saints pick it up there, turn and clear it ahead. Yes, they come in with it along the boards. Van Vliet drops it back to the blue line. Shot goes wide of the mark there. Cleared back along the side. Rough Riders steer to the blue line. Engel holds it in, takes it down to the right-hand circle, knocked off his stick. As they fight for it along the boards, comes back out. Engel still has it. Now it's poked away back out into the neutralized area where Combs goes back to pick it up. Cross-rink pass comes to Cornforth, who turns and starts Van Vliet ahead. Try to get it back to a breaking Cornforth. That didn't connect. Puck carries to the corner on the left-hand side. Reverse back around to the near boards. The Riders clear it back out into the neutralized area and come ahead with it. Ronaldo carries it in, takes the shot. Save is made, goes back in behind the goal. As they tie up behind the net, cleared around to the right-hand side. Out into the neutralized area. The Fighting Saints come ahead with it. Coombs had to drop it back. It's cleared back in behind the Rider goal. The Rough Riders turn and come back out into the neutralized area. Coming ahead, knocked away there, back out into the neutralized area. Fighting Saints bring it back in onside. Niedermeyer on his backhand, gets it out front for Nicholas Desidario. Knocked off his stick, cleared back around to the near side, comes out to neutral. Riders pick it up there. Heath Nelson pokes it into the Fighting Saints zone. Dubuque gets to it first. Cleared off to the wing, and the Fighting Saints turn and come back out on the attack. 7 minutes gone here, period number 2. We're tied at 1 apiece. As the Rough Riders pick up the puck in their own zone, clear it ahead down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Carries back in behind the goal. Around to the near side, Desidario will get it back out into the neutralized area. Musa picks that off, gets it off now for Ulvebny. Takes it behind the goal, tried to get it back in front. That's deflected away. Williams drops it back along the side. Broke it up there, cleared back out into the neutralized area to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cornforth cutting in with it. Had it knocked away back behind the net. Mackey picks it up there, clears back behind the net for Williams. Out the near side for Hiles, who brings it ahead. Hiles breaks it down along the boards on the near side, knocked away from him. Back around to the far boards, it goes out to neutral. Mackey dumps it in. Riders get back on side, finish the line change, and then come in after it. Fighting Saints start out of their own zone. There's coming ahead. Kostadinsky brings it ahead into the Rough Rider end of the ring, cleared back down into the corner to the right-hand side of goaltender A.J. Rails. Knocked away. Astapovich has it cleared back around to the near side. Out into the neutral ice area. Coming ahead with it now is Hajibi. Hajibi brings it in, fires high and wide. Back off to the right-hand side, knocked away back out into the neutral ice area. Broke it up there momentarily. Now into the Rough Rider zone. Riders pick it up, turn, start back the other way. The long pass misfires. Slezak didn't tip it, and that makes it an icing call. So we'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off. .11:32 to go here in the second period of play, as the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints are tied at 1 apiece. Face off to the glove side of the Rough Rider net, controlled by the Riders momentarily. Now steered back into the corner. Astapovich has it there. Clears it around to the near side, near corner, right-hand side. Rails now cleared off the boards down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Icing waved off. As the Fighting Saints go back to get it. Allen turns it over. Ajibi slides it back out front. Vandenberg coming in, shot, save. Back off to the right-hand side. Knocked out into the neutral ice area. Picked up by Thomas Vandenberg, who turns and clears it back down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared away to the boards, back out to the point. Fenton cannot hold it in. Cleared back behind the goal as the Fighting Saints turn and come back out on the attack. Off to the right-hand side, cleared ahead down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Carries back along the boards on the left-hand side. Puck knocked away back up front, now steered wide of the mark. Back in behind the goal. Max and Vig gets it around for Vandenberg. Takes the return pass, cleared ahead, races on, and the goaltender Shapuner comes out and beats everybody to it and clears it away. Puck clears back in behind the Fighting Saint goal. Riders heading for the bench on a change, coming up on the halfway mark. Period number 2 still tied at 1. Both goals coming in the first period. As the Fighting Saints bring it into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Back in behind the net, cleared back around to the near side. Knocked away back out, unable to hold it in. Cornforth. Penalty coming up on the Rough Riders. Somebody's had it off on a high stick. I think they got Cornforth. As the Riders, or the Fighting Saints bring it ahead, knock it away. Riders pick it up, and that will get the high sticking call on the Rough Riders. Just the second penalty of the game. First one on the Rough Riders at the 10:15 mark of the second period. As heading off is Sam Rinaldo.
Welcome the Riders to the Great America Cinnamon. Fans, this TV timeout is brought to you by...
Goes for a high stick. And as we said, first penalty on the Rough Riders tonight.
And Flex for the Staff Wellness Muscle Care.
Which of course means our first look at the Dubuque power play on the evening. The Dubuque power play on the year is clicking at 20%. The Rough Rider penalty kill overall is at 74.2%. On the out-of-town scoreboard, 1 period in the books in Des Moines. Fargo leading at Des Moines by a score of 4-2. That's the only other game on tap in the USHL on this Sunday. After we get these 2 games played, next game action is slated for Friday. And it looks like a full slate of action on Friday. Tri-City at the National Development Team, Youngstown and Muskegon, Chicago at Green Bay, Des Moines at Fargo, Madison at Sioux Falls. USA is at Lincoln, and Waterloo is at Omaha. And of course, we will be entertaining the Sioux City Musketeers here at I'm On Ice Arena. So as Ronaldo takes his spot in the Great America Sin Bin, the Rough Riders head to the Coors Light penalty kill for the first time this evening. Puck comes back out front. Quick shot goes wide of the goal off of the stick of Ekman. Now puck's in the neutralized area. Fighting Saints have control of it there. Cleared back down into their own zone as they back up and set the power play up. Cleared back into the neutralized area as they bring it ahead. Cornforth into the Rough Riders zone, takes the shot wide. Slezak backhands it to the boards. Riders poke it off the boards. And Hiles sends it all the way down. Back to pick it up there is Edison Engel, who brings it ahead for Dubuque. He'll drop the pass back for Van Vliet, who comes ahead into the Rough Riders zone. Slides the pass off to the left for Giuliani. Cleared back out to the point. Engel. Backhand pass goes to the side, takes the return. Engel crosses over to the right point, slides it out. Giuliani on the left point, down to the left circle. And circling with it over there now. And coming in, taking the quick shot was Colin Frank, and it comes back out to the blue line. Engel holds it in, back out to the near side. Engel slides it cross rink, down low. Centering pass deflected in the air. Now comes down in front of the net. Loose there, cleared away by the Rough Riders. Off the boards, out to the neutralized area. Fighting Saints touch it. They're going to get called for playing with a high stick. And we'll take the puck back down to the Dubuque end of the rink for the face-off. With 39 seconds to go in the man advantage, 8:23 to go in this second period of play. And the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 apiece. Face-off is to the right-hand side of the Fighting Saint net. Well, Vebny was going to take the draw. He just got chased out, so Blanchard will move in and do the honors. They'll take it against Morello. Rough Riders down a man for the next 39 as the Fighting Saints have the puck behind their own goal. Turning and coming ahead with it out the near side is Niedermeyer. Gets it ahead from Morello, who clears it down deep, takes it behind the goal, around to the far side. Desiderio holds it in there, try to get it down low. Riders intercept that. Fire it high, long, and down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Puck cleared around to the near side. Niedermeyer breaks it ahead, gets it off onto the wing now for Morello. Poked back in behind the goal, around to the left-hand side as they fight for it there. Broken up, cleared back in behind the net. Comes around to the near side. Barron in the corner, right-hand side. Back out Niedermeyer. Riders are at full strength as Ronaldo joins the play. Puck cleared back in behind the goal. Cleared around to the near side. Centering pass steered away by the Rough Riders. They'll turn and come back out on the attack. Maxon Vig skates it ahead into the Dubuque end of the rink. Takes it down into the corner, buying time for a line change. Vig tied up with 3 Fighting Saints in the corner, digging for it. Now it comes out of the pile. Back in behind the net. The Fighting Saints clear it back around to the near side and turn, start out of their own zone. Long pass comes ahead for Barron, ahead for Frank. Frank gets it off on the side. Return pass, tip, save. Rebound is cleared back out into the neutralized area. Matt Desiderio picks it up and clears it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Puck cleared around to the near side. Young brings it ahead and fires it down into the Rough Rider zone. Cleared back in behind the net now as it goes around to the right-hand side. Genersho will turn and start out of his own zone for the Fighting Saints. Gets it off out of the left-hand side. Coming in, taking the shot there is Melvin Ekman, but that one deflects up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up with 6:40 to go in this second period of play. First period goals from Daniel Astapovich for the Rough Riders and Teddy Merrill for the Fighting Saints. The only markers up on the board. At this point, shots are 17-16 in favor of the Fighting Saints, unofficially. Puck cleared back out to the point, held in there. Konstantinsky along the boards on the near side. Cleared back in behind the net now for Nick Desiderio, knocked away from him. Back along the boards now, carries into the corner. as they tie up along the end boards in the right-hand corner. Puck squirts out of the pile. Cleared back out to the blue line. Shot knocked down, cleared cross rink. Picked up by Heath Nelson. He'll clear it out into the neutral ice area. Ahead, Hajibi will carry it into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Puck carries into the corner on the left-hand side. Drop down low, back out. It comes to the point. Held in there, fired wide by Menz behind the net. Hajibi has it there, looking for a place to go. Gets it back behind the net. Blanchard back out front. Menz shot, save. Rebound loose in front, cleared away by the Fighting Saint defense. Back out to the point, held in. Menz sends it wide of the goal. Back around to the right-hand side as it's knocked away. Nelson has it along the boards there, cleared off the boards, and fired back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Along the boards on the near side. Bull Bebney had it there, knocked away, cleared back behind the net. They take for it there, cleared away. As the Fighting Saints get it back out into the neutral ice area. Fenton will pick that up, turn and bring it ahead. Fenton carries it into the Dubuque end of the rink, gets it out front, tip, save. Puck carries off to the right-hand side. Out to the point it comes now. Musa behind the net, trying to center it, knocked away, gets it back. Musa on the right-hand side, looking for a place to go. Forced all the way back into the neutral ice area. Off to the near side, Fenton will bring it right back in. Dumps it back down behind the net. Musa had it knocked away there. Picked up along the right-hand side now by the Fighting Saints. And that is Cole Spicer. Clears it back out to the blue line. He'll backhand it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. The race is on. Saints get to it first, and they get tied up, ridden hard into the boards. Clears back around to the near side as it comes out into the neutral ice area. Musa shot, save. Cleared back around to the near side. And Giuliani brings it ahead. Giuliani carries it in, takes it back in behind the goal. Centering pass out front. Shot, saved by A.J. Rails, who hangs on. And then we get a little gathering behind the net. Well, there go the gloves. Merrill and Maxon Vig. There they get hooked up. Vig drops him with one punch. He gets back up, and they're going for more. Lodgman willing to let him punch out. Vig knocks him down again. But to his credit, Merrill just keeps getting back up, coming for more. Finally, the linesmen get in between them and say enough is enough. And they get them separated and escorted to their respective locker rooms with 4:17 to go in the second period of play. It looked almost like Merrill challenged Vig as I'm watching the replay. It's almost like he looked at him, come on, let's go. Then Maxon didn't back down from him. Merrill's probably regretting that right now. So it's fights and misconducts all the way around. And we'll play 5-on-5 hockey. By the way, the hit behind the net there on the end boards, we're going to call that the hit of the game, brought to you by Walton Collision Center. New Hope shall keep the wrecks in the rink and reminds you to watch out for the other guy. Face-off will be in the Rough Rider zone. All of this went down, by the way, at 15:43. Vig and Merrill each get 5 for fighting and misconducts. We'll have to double check if they were game misconducts or just 10-minute ones. Puck down on the ice, cleared along the boards, back out to the blue line, held in there by the Fighting Saints. Shot, save. As taking the shot was Barnhill. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Ronaldo gets it, clears it down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Cleared back around the boards on the right-hand side. Knocked down there. Romeo had it momentarily. Now it's still loose along the boards. Poked back out toward the blue line. Picked up by the Fighting Saints, who turn and come back out the other way. As Combs brings it ahead down into the Rough Rider zone. Back around to the near side. As the shot tipped and the save goes, well, there was no rebound. As it was headed to the left of the goal, but A.J. Rails stuck the glove out and caught it on the way down. And hung on to get a gathering after the play. And nothing comes of it. They're going to get them separated.
Next weekend, January 10th is our Hero Clean Cheers to 25 years with the first 1,000 fans through the door.
Fights and 10-minute misconducts
Souvenir Ryder Cup. And then Saturday,
for both.
Our Iowa Health and Human Services bringing the thunder.
So we'll see them both back available for duty right around the 9-minute mark to go in the third period. Here, right now, 3:40 to go in the second period. We're still tied at 1 apiece. As the puck carries back down into the Rough Riders zone, poke back out to neutral, trying to catch up to it. Nelson, he gets tied up. Puck knocked away, picked up by Astapovich. Sends it back to his own blue line. Pass comes ahead now. Nelson will tip it down into the Dubuque end of the ring. Comes around to the near side. Astapovich, bad angle shot, missed everything. Back out it comes Hajibi in the circle, right-hand side. Shot, save. Cleared back in behind the net. Fenton had it momentarily, knocked off his stick. Hajibi picks it up along the boards. Knocked down there, cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Coming ahead is Desiderio. Gets it off to the right-hand side. Now the return pass to the near side. Barron, shot, saved by AJ. And he'll just hang on to it. And the tempers starting to flare just a little bit. Let the players basically break themselves up. Or did we get something called behind the plate? I didn't see it. Yeah, we did. Mackey's going off on a trip. This comes at the 17:05 mark of the period. And this will give Dubuque their second power play of the night. Yes, James Mackey goes off on a tripping call. Fourth penalty, totaling 19 minutes. If I'm doing the math right. On the Rough Riders and for the Fighting Saints. Let's see here, 12, 15, and 4 for 27 on the Fighting Saints. Of course, they've had 2 misconducts. We've only had 1. Face off to the stick side of the Rough Rider goal. Cleared the length of the ice. Pulled back into the right-hand corner and engulfed all the way down. Back in behind the Fighting Saint goal. Dubuque turns and starts out. Coming straight ahead with it and dropping it back is Engel. Pick it up there is Cornforth to the near side. Spicer cleared back down in behind the goal around to the left-hand side. Backhanded along the boards. Knocked down there as it's cleared down low. Centering pass back out front. Knocked back into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away. Cleared back along the boards out to the blue line. Giuliani holding it, or check that, that's Engel. Gets it down low. Now the pass back deflected high in the air, and it comes down in the Dubuque end of the rink. Rough Riders changed the entire penalty kill with 1:13 to go in the man advantage. Engel gets it off to the side, brings it ahead into the Rough Riders zone, broken up by Nelson on his knees, trying to clear it out, couldn't do so. Fighting Saints hold it in, left-hand circle moving in, shot saved by Rails, cleared back around to the near side. As it comes out to the blue line, Engel has it there, his pass deflected, knocked down, picked up along the far boards there by Van Vliet. Van Vliet gets it down low, takes the return, top of the left-hand circle, pass deflected, Giuliani picks it up. Giuliani back to Van Vliet, back out to the point, Engel shot in traffic, knocked down, picked up on the far side, shot, save again by Rails. And this time he stopped Van Vliet coming in on the left-hand side. And again, a big scrum in front of the net, but nothing comes of it. Everybody just gets up, skates away. With 33 to go in the main advantage and 1:27 to go in this second period of play. Face-off will be to the glove side of A.J. Rails. Blanchard on the draw for the Rough Riders against Morello for the Fighting Saints. Rough Riders clear it back out into the neutral ice area. Fighting Saints get it back, clear it in. Desiderio sends it in wide of the goal. AJ stops it behind the net, clears it around the boards himself. Knocked down, held in by Barron. Barron drops it back out to the blue line, takes the return down low. Barron circles out to the top of the blue line, sends it back down low. Cross rink pass by Niedermeyer. Goes cross rink, played off the boards. Puck knocked down there, back out front. Niedermeyer shot over the top. Riders back at full strength. Ronaldo tries to clear it out, cannot do so. Knocked away. Mackey gets to it and cleared it, or poked it loose momentarily. Now back out front, cleared down into the corner in the Rough Rider zone. Fighting Saints back on the left-hand circle, cutting in, shot, save. Rebound clears back out to the near side. Niedermeyer has it, 34. Down low it goes, shot goes wide of the mark there. As the Rough Riders turn, golf at the length of the ice. This will be an icing call on the Rough Riders, which means they're not going to get to change anybody. But that's still not necessarily a bad thing, as they were slightly disorganized in their own zone on defense. Give them a chance to at least try and get settled down a little bit. Face off to the stick side, the right-hand side of A.J. Rails. Puck down on the ice, controlled by the Rough Riders, who turn to come out. Mackey skates it across the center line, fires it in. Rough Riders change everybody with 15 in the period. Fighting Saints turn and start back out. Konstantinsky gets it off to the right-hand side, steered ahead of the Rough Rider zone. Carries down into the corner, left-hand side, back behind the net. Williams has it there. Takes it around the board, shot knocked down in traffic. And that is the end of period number one. Few bumps and shoves after the period, but nothing comes of it. Yeah, everybody skates away. We're going to finish the second period right where we started, tied at 1 apiece. Nobody scores in that second period. Shot totals unofficially after 2 are 19-17 in favor of the Fighting Saints, which means they had, well, we'll do the math once we get the official numbers. 19-17 the shot totals, but the number that means the most right now, tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. And with that, let's head down to the ice for our second intermission activities.
Fans, who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise for the Bim Ritter Fun Gun and Bim Ritter t-shirt tossers. Bim Ritter Sportswear can supply screened on and embroidered items. Just contact Gary and Bim Ritter Sportswear for all your custom screen printing and embroidery needs. That was our Bim Ritter Fun Gun. Now fans, you see the placards being placed around center ice, and that means it's almost time for a time-honored tradition inside Ridertown. It's the Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Here are the rules. When I count down to 0, fans, you'll chuck your pucks and aim at the targets located around center ice. If your puck lands on or closest to the center of that target, you win a prize from that partner. A reminder, no throwing pucks at each other or Ridertown employees on the ice. Let's keep it nice inside Ridertown. Are you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, chuck your pucks. Last call is coming up. Make sure you chuck those pucks, Ridertown. Last call coming down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for playing. If you won, we'll be announcing the numbers on the video board later in the third period. That was our Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck.
Would like to thank the following sponsors for sponsoring prizes during the Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Greg's Lawn and Landscaping, All Tune and Lube, Culver's, Firehouse Subs, Quick Star, Zio Jono's, Marie's Jewelry and Accessories, and of course, Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A. Thank you for being a Rough Riders partner.
Fans, TV timeouts this season are brought to you by Greg's Lawn and Landscaping.
The Rough Riders are teaming up with CarePro Health Services once again for their Skates for Plates promotion. For every Rough Riders goal this season, CarePro Health Services will make a $5 donation to Horizons. That'll be used to provide senior citizens meals through their home delivery program.
Like your big brother, we'll always be close at hand. As a trusted advisor, we are here to guide you and provide financial stability from generation to generation. Through markets, both down and up, we'll be here with a shared commitment to your operation. No matter how big you grow, Bank Iowa will always be close at hand. Bank Iowa. Experience the difference.
Just moved in.
Come on.
Oh, wow. Your internet seems really fast. What are you on?
I'm on.
On what?
I'm on.
Who are you on?
I'm on!
Stay always on with Iowa's most reliable internet, with no hidden fees or data caps.
Your home is where true love greets you, where you've spent sleepless nights, where friends become family. It's where life happens. Isn't it time to invest back into it? Get your remodel rolling. Stop into Randy's Flooring in Cedar Rapids or Coralville. Your local flooring experts by design.
Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust has been proudly assisting the community for over 20 years. This season, they will be sponsoring the Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust Assists of the Game. For every assist this season, Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust will contribute $5 to the United Way. Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust. People you can bank on. Thank you all for attending this evening's game. A reminder, the Rough Riders offer special ticket rates for groups of 12 or more, and we have some special groups in the building tonight, sponsored by My Mom's Bakery in downtown Ely. Welcome to Crystal Group, Puro Clean, I'm On Communications, Prairie Farms, Bethany Lutheran Church Joys Fan Club. Welcome inside the stable. Also a big welcome to Sadler Powertrain, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Rough Riders 8U Hockey Club, Benton Community, and the Dubuque Saints players' families. Welcome inside the stable. Thanks to all the groups in the building this evening. If you want to celebrate your special occasion with the Rough Riders, just contact Tammy Carlson to reserve your luxury suites or party deck. And now it's time to recognize all the birthdays inside the stable. Happy birthday to Katrina Golubic, Jude Smalley, Bowden Hullab, Charlie Reese, Jillian Glaffelty. Also happy birthday to Tammy Swearinger, Hayden Rastine, Angie Gudenkoff, Hattie Long, and Christina Mitchell. Happy birthday from all of us inside Ridertown. let's check out scores from around the league with the Checktown Station out-of-town scoreboard. Ridertown, Coop here with my new friends Madeline and Mary, and they're ready to play our Cedar Rapids Trash and Recycling Contest. They don't know what they got themselves into, but here we go. All right, Madeline and Mary, here's how this works. You're gonna see an item up on the big screen, and you're gonna tell me one by one, does that item go in the trash or the recycling? Now, our first item is an empty cardboard cereal box. What I need to know from you, Madeline and Mary, does that go in the trash or the recycling? Let's start with you, Madeline.
Recycling.
Madeline says recycle that cereal box. Yes! All right, 1 for 1. All right, Mary, it's your turn next. We have a bag of chips. Is that bag of chips going in the trash or the recycling?
The trash.
All right, Mary said trash. It was a little hesitant, but show me, Ridertown. Yes! Mary, you had to believe in yourself. You were right all along. All right, show me that third and final item. Both of you are answering this one together. We have an envelope with a blank letter inside. Madeline, Mary, is that going trash or recycling?
Recycling.
Mary, you think recycling too? All right, Mary says yes. Show it to me, Ridertown. Yes! Madeline and Mary went 3 for 3. Make some noise, Ridertown. They're going home with a lovely Rough Riders t-shirt. A reminder, Ridertown, to take the Cedar Rapids City Manager's One Bag Challenge and help clean up CR. Fans, it's a Dupaco Cowbell Cup game, and you know what that means. It's time for our Dupaco Cowbell t-shirt toss. I'm in section W. Matt, our audio master, is in section A.
And welcome back to I'm on Ice Arena between periods 2 and 3 of tonight's game this afternoon. No, I can start saying tonight. Tonight's game, the Rough Riders and the Dubuque Fighting Saints were tied at 1 after the second period of play. All the goal scoring coming in the first period.
One left, Ridertown.
Daniel Astapovich on the power play for the Rough Riders. Teddy Merrill, an even strength goal for the Fighting Saints to get us to where we are right now, tied at 1 apiece. Shots on goal in the second period, 13-8 in favor of the Fighting Saints, which means the Saints are out shooting the Rough Riders 22-20 after the second period of play. Penalties in the game. Dubuque has taken 4 for 27. The Rough Riders taken 4 for 19. Dubuque's 0 for 2 on the power play. The Rough Riders 1 for 1 with the extra man. And up where it counts, though, we're tied at 1 after the second period of play. Let's check out the scores around the league with the Checktown Station out-of-town scoreboard. 6 minutes to go in the second period in Des Moines. And the Fargo Force lead the Des Moines Buccaneers by a score of 5-2. The only other game going on in the USHL on this Sunday afternoon. A couple of news and notes from around the league. Ben Yurchuk of Chicago was named the forward of the week for last week. 2 goals and an assist in their 8-3 win against the National Development Team on Friday. And then added 2 more goals and 2 assists in the 8-4 win on Saturday. Defenseman of the week, Dylan Compton of the Waterloo Blackhawks. 2 assists in Waterloo's 5-3 loss to Fargo on Friday. Assisted on both Blackhawk goals in the overtime win on Saturday. And the goalie of the week was Gavin Moffat of Green Bay, stopping 28 of 29 in their 4-1 win over Madison on Friday. And 25 of 26 in the 2-1 overtime win over the Capitals on Saturday. World Juniors are going on right now. Finals are set. It'll be U.S. and Finland. It'll play in the IIHF World Junior Championships tonight at 6:30 our time. Semifinal Saturday started with a bang as Finland advanced to its first gold medal game since 2019 with a 4-3 overtime win over Sweden. And the U.S. continued its momentum with a 4-1 win over Chesnia, tied 1-1 at the first intermission. The U.S. pulled away with a goal from Cole Iserman in the second, another from Ryan Leonard in the third, and an insurance empty netter. Trey Augustine made 13 saves in the win. It puts the Americans in position to win back-to-back gold medals for the first time in history. That's at the World Juniors. That game is set for 6:30 our time tonight. Of course, we got a little business we got to take care of here to finish this one off, as the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints are tied at 1 apiece as we head into period number 3 of this contest. I almost hate to bring this up, but I think I'm going to anyway. It seemed in that second period, as things were progressing, they were getting a little, I don't want to say chippier, but there was a lot more pushing and shoving after the play than there was early in the contest. I don't know if this is tired, if this is frustration, or a combination of the both, or just the simple fact it's a Cowbell Cup matchup between two teams that are about an hour apart from each other. But I guess that's something to watch here in this third stanza to see if it blossoms into anything else. We had one knockdown dragout already. Well, I'm not even sure I call it a knockdown dragout. Max and Vickett did all the knocking down as he and Teddy Merrill got into it. One punch, Merrill went down. He got back up looking for more, so Maxon knocked him down again. And then the linesman decided, okay, let's break this one up. But they're both going to be in the penalty box till roughly the 9-minute mark to go in this contest, which does leave the Rough Riders a little bit thin on the defensive side of things. I believe we only had 6 defensemen dressed for tonight as was, and one of them will not be available for the first half of the period. So we'll see what happens. Both teams back out on the ice. Rough Riders defend the goal to our right. As A.J. Rails sets up down there, he has stopped at 21 of 22 shots. And down at the other end is Jan Shapunar. He has stopped 19 of 20 so far in this contest. Time now for the Pyroclean third period face-off. And we are ready to go. Astapovich on the draw with Morello. It's cleared down into the Dubuque end of the rink. And we are underway with period number 3. Puck cleared down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Riders have control of it. Mackey fires from the point. That goes wide. Loose along the left-hand side, poked out into the neutral ice area. The Fighting Saints get it ahead. Morello gets it ahead. Backhander right through the slot. Nobody there. Cleared off to the near side. Riders get control. Nelson tried to clear it out. Fanned on it. Got it back a second time and got it into the neutral ice area. Fighting Saints get it back there and clear it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back around the boards. Nelson picks it up. And backhands it up to neutral for Astapovich, who sends it down into the Fighting Saints zone. Dubuque gets to it first, cleared back out. Now Barron brings it ahead. He's not stopped along the boards. His pass went down the corner, centering a tip. Riders knocked that away. Back out into the neutral ice area. Desiderio fires it all the way down. That's going to be an icing call on the Fighting Saints as he shot it from his own side of the red line. And we will go back down to the Dubuque end of the rink for the face-off. 1 minute into this third period of play. Face-off will be to the stick side of the Dubuque net. Comes toward the goal, steered wide by one of the defensemen. Desiderio gets it off to the left-hand boards. Saints trying to clear it out, cannot do so. It's loose, and the Riders pick it up, keep it in the Fighting Saints zone. Wolvebny brings it in, fires right through the crease. Fenton pinches in from the point, hold it in, sends it down into the corner. Wolvebny has it there. Back around it goes for Musa, back out to the point. Fenton couldn't play it. It comes out into the neutral ice area. Puck cleared back down into the Dubuque end of the rink as they fight for it along the boards. Knocked away along the near side, back out. Mackey holds it in, gets it down along the side, back out. Mackey at the point. Mackey trying to move in, trying to get in closer, can't do so. Had it poked off his stick. Comes along the boards on the right-hand side. Fighting Saints pick it up, get it out into the neutral ice area, and fire it all the way down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey back to pick it up there on the right-hand side. Tries to clear it out. That didn't connect as the Fighting Saints hold it in. Puck cleared back down into the corner. Knocked away, comes in front, and gets close enough for A.J. Rails to put the big glove down and cover it up. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off will be to the glove side of the Rough Rider net. Puck down on the ice, cleared back in, nope, behind the goal. Riders cleared it away at the last second. Now along the boards on the near side. Vandenberg backhands it over the board. That's a neat trick to stand right along the boards and shoot it over the top of them anyway. Not sure I've seen that one for a while, but that's what just happened. So we'll get the face-off back in the Rough Rider end of the rink again. Face-off back on the left-hand side, the glove side of Rails. Puck cleared back into the slot area. Riders pick it up there, skated out. Blanchard gets it off for Romeo, bumps his way into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared back around the boards on the left-hand side. Blanchard had it there momentarily. Knocked away, picked up by Sam Rinaldo. Rinaldo pokes it down deep. Blanchard in the corner, gives way to Rinaldo, who clears it back to the point. They set up there. Cross rink for Slizak, misfires, so the Fighting Saints bring it back out. Coming ahead with it there is Van Vliet off to the right-hand boards, knocked away. Van Vliet brings it across rink pass now. Thornforth gets it across. His pass off the mark. Puck cleared back out into the neutralized area. Rough Riders get control of it, cleared ahead, and Romeo steers it down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Puck cleared back around to the left-hand side as they fight for it there. Knocked away along the near side, picked up by the Fighting Saints. Comes back out toward the blue line. Excuse me, Astapovich drops it in. Cleared back along the boards on the near side, back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey picks it up there, gets it ahead for Nelson, knocked off his stick. Fighting Saints clear it out. Astapovich picks that off, brings it back in. Ajibi cross rink pass for Nelson. Nelson takes it down into the corner left-hand side. Back out it comes Mackey on the left point. His shot knocked high in the air, goes back in behind the net. Ajibi back there has it knocked away off to the left-hand side. And here come the Fighting Saints back out on the attack. Out to neutral. Locke had it knocked away by Slezak, who sends it right back down to the Dubuque end of the rink. Fighting Saints in their own zone on the right-hand corner. Turn cleared high off the boards out into the neutralized area. Slezak knocks that down, slides it across rink for Menz, who brings it ahead. Fanned on the pass as he got to the center line. Still laying loose right at the center ice. Riders pick it up, turn to come back in. Musa breaks it in, drops it back. Menz shot, save. Cleared back off to the left-hand side, and the Fighting Saints turn and come back out. Morello pokes it in deep. Mackey breaks the pass up. Mackey along the boards on the left-hand side, cleared back in behind the net. As they come around the near side, picked up by the Rough Riders. Musa comes out to center ice with it as he's tied up along the boards. Right in front of the penalty box areas. They keep digging for it. Ovebny tried to pull it out of the pile, couldn't do so. Frank gets it in, and Rough Riders knock it loose and send it right back out. Jason Musa has it there. Gets off to the near side now for Ovebny, who pokes it down into the corner. Cleared around to the near side, back out into the neutralized area. Broken up, Fenton sends it off the boards, back down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. After it there, now Niedermeyer had it knocked away. Comes back out front, knocked away at the last second. As Vandenberg picks it up, moves in, shot, save after his own rebound. The bouncing puck cleared away to the side by the Fighting Saints. Out to the point, Menz fires, that goes wide. Vandenberg let it go back out to the point, held in there momentarily. Now the Fighting Saints have it back in their own zone. Niedermeyer has it on the near side. Off it goes now into the neutralized area, broken up there. Picked back up now by Morello, who clears it ahead to the Rider line, broke it up there, and sent back down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Nicholas Desiderio clears it back out, now knocked away. Here come the Riders back in. Vandenberg tried to get it to Young, that didn't connect, gets it back. Vandenberg circles behind the net, turns, fires that, hit a defenseman, deflects up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off with 13:47 to go here in period number 3. And the Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints still tied at 1 apiece. Out-of-town scoreboard, 1 game going on. Fargo is leading Des Moines 5-3. They've played 2 periods at the Mid-American Energy Company Recplex in West Des Moines. Here we're tied at 1. With 12:46 to go in this 3rd period of play. Both goals coming in the 1st period of play. Daniel Astapovich, a power play tally for the Rough Riders. Teddy Merrill, an even strength goal for the Fighting Saints. Face-off will be to the left-hand side of the Fighting Saint net. Puck controlled by the Rough Riders. Fenton now takes a shot from the top of the circle. That's knocked down, ends up on the left-hand side. Now back into the corner. Romero picks it up, brings it out. Back to the point, cleared back down. Misses Blanchard with it. It carries all the way around to the right-hand corner. Out to the point. Romeo got there in time to hold it in. Slides it cross ring. Shot. Save. Rebound poked away. Back out to the blue line. Fenton couldn't hold it in. Picks it up at neutral. Dumps it back in. Down along the near side. Rinaldo tried to get it in front. Blanchard tied up at the last second. Rinaldo takes it around to the left-hand side. Back out Mackey at the point. Tried to get it down low. That got intercepted. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Malbuff brings it ahead. Delayed his entry into the zone, and that threw somebody in ahead of him, leaving us with an offside call on the Fighting Saints. And we'll get a face-off outside of the Des Moines blue line. The roar you're hearing is they're announcing the hit of the game on the scoreboard. They didn't take the one I did where the guy got blasted into the boards. They took when Max and Vic hit Teddy Merrill. You know? And I do mean hit him with a fist. It was, you know, that's what the roar from the crowd was all about. Anyway, puck in the Rough Riders zone. Slezak around to the near side. Nelson tips it out into the neutral ice area. Ajibi sends it ahead to the Fighting Saints zone. Cleared away to the near side. Out to the blue line, knocked down, held in by Astapovich. Try to get it down low. Knocked away to the right-hand side. As it clears around now, Van Velt has it there. Van Vliet brings it ahead, I should say, gets it off to the near side for Coombs. He gets tagged into the boards. Puck comes loose. Back out, Coombs at the point, gets it out front. Shot tipped wide. Back out front it comes again. And the save again got made. Allen missed the first tip. Puck cleared back out into the neutral ice area. As Stepovich brings it ahead into the Rough Riders zone, or the Fighting Saints zone, I should say. Drops it back. Musa cuts in, shot, save. Cleared back along the boards on the near side. Comes back out into the neutral ice area. Riders pick it up there off to the near side. Musa picked up. Mackey turns and brings it ahead. Mackey sends it down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared back out to neutral. In fact, it got cleared right into the Dubuque Fighting Saint bench. So we'll get a whistle and a stoppage with 11:45 to go here in the third period of play. Still tied at 1 apiece.
Immediately following the game, it's free with skates and only $4 for a skate rental. Once again,
Face-off will be coming up to the stick side of the Fighting Saint goal, the right-hand side of goaltender Shapuner. As it comes back into the slot area, Musa couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area, knocked away. Picked up by the Rough Riders. Musa kicks it out into the neutral ice area. Fighting Saints pick it up there and dump it right back in. Back in behind the goal, cleared around to the near side, comes back out into the neutral ice area, knocked down there. Matthew Desiderio sends it back down into the Cedar Rapids end of the rink. Riders cleared right back out. Cleared cross rink now and fired back down to the Riders zone again. Brings all the way around the boards this time. As holding it in was Chenershow. Gets it back cross rink now. Back to the near side it comes. Poke loose again. Musa gets it out into the neutral ice area. Knocked away. Fighting Saints pick it back up. Turn and bring it ahead into the Rough Riders zone. Knocked away there. Coming in with it now. Down the near side, Niedermeyer clears it back out. Frank fires wide of the goal. Off to the far side. Cole Hiles sends it off the boards back down to the Dubuque blue line. Fighting Saints turn to come ahead. Frank drops it back from Morello. Moves in. Shot wide. Cleared back around to the near side. Tipped out into the neutral ice area. Picked up there. Now Frank has it. Frank circles with it. Cleared back ahead into the Rough Riders zone. Going after it in the corner. Morello gets it back out front. Knocked away. As the Rough Riders turn to bring it ahead. Down the near side. Frank had it poked off his stick. Gets it back. Knocked away. And the Fighting Saints get it back out into the neutral ice area. Down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey behind the net has it there. Cleared around to the right-hand boards. Out now cross rink, it comes to the near side. As Fenton brings it ahead, drops it back for Vandenberg. Cross rink pass, misfires. Ajibi gets it back out front. Fenton in the slot area couldn't get to it. He got tied up. Puck in the left-hand circle in the Fighting Saint end of the rink as we're down to 9.5 to go in the contest. Tied at 1 apiece. Puck cleared back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. And that's an icing call on the Fighting Saints. And not quite yet. Teddy Merrill thought he could come out of the penalty box right now, and the timekeeper saying, yeah, no, not yet. Close, but not yet.
And then the very next night, Saturday, January 11th, is our Iowa Health and Human Services bringing the Thunder to the stable night with the first 2,000 fans in the door receiving a 25th anniversary hockey Thunder stick.
Face-off will be to the glove side of the Fighting Saint net. Cleared back out. Williams holds it in, dumps it down into the corner on the near side. Knocked away momentarily. Riders get it back. Astapovich has his shot deflected up and out of play. And we'll get another face-off coming up in the Dubuque end of the rink. They're going to rule the Fighting Saints tipped it out.
Fire.
9:18 to go in the period. We got a TV timeout on the ice. The Rough Riders and the Fighting Saints tied at 1 apiece. The only other game going on is in the second intermission. Fargo and Des Moines. The Force leading the Des Moines Buccaneers by a score of 5-3. I think we mentioned this earlier, but tonight's game for the Rough Riders is the first of 5 in a row here at Imon Ice Arena. Next weekend, Friday the 10th, Sioux City is in town. Saturday the 11th, Waterloo is in here. And then the following weekend, the 17th, Green Bay comes into town, followed by Madison on the 18th. Friday the 24th, we get back on the bus to go to Chicago. And then on Saturday the 25th, Sioux Falls makes their only appearance here at the stable. It's going to be a busy month of January. And then we've got 2 more home games yet after that to finish out the month. Face off to the stick side of the Fighting Saint net. Rinaldo pulls it to the wing, knocked away there. Fighting Saints get it back, try to clear it out, cannot do so. Rough Riders hold it in, backhand pass down to the corner. Romeo tied up there as they fight for it in the corner. Now knocks loose to the corner deep, cleared back in behind the net. As it moved in, Menz from the point comes in to catch up to it down in the lower left-hand corner. Cleared back in behind the net. Fighting Saints come out the near side with it. And they cleared out to the blue line, but not out. Rough Riders hold it in. Now it's poked out to neutral. As catching up to it and coming in, Van Vliet on the backhand. Shot, save, rebound loose in front. Shot, save again. Now the rebound cleared to the side, and that's going to get the penalty called on the Rough Riders. Somebody's had it off on a hook. There was a big scrum right in front, and somebody got their stick in the wrong place and pulled down one of the Fighting Saint players. And it looks like that somebody is Nick Romeo. This goes down at the 11:21 mark. So Romeo goes off on a hook. 5th penalty on the Rough Riders. 3rd man advantage for Dubuque. Max and Vig and Teddy Merrill are both out of the penalty box, back available for duty after their misconducts. Face-off will be to the stick side of the Fighting Saint net. Puck cleared back to the blue line, held in there by the Fighting Saints. As it goes down along the boards, right-hand side, cleared back out to the point. With it there is Engel to the near side. Giuliani off to the near side. Shot, save. As cranking one off was Van Vliet. Gets it back on the left-hand circle. Drops it down. Spicer back out front. Giuliani shot, knocked down. Loose puck cleared off to the side, and they score. AJ was reaching for it on his left. Somebody got to it, batted it across to the right-hand side. And Cornforth had a wide open net to shoot at and didn't miss. 11:43 of the time of the power play tally. That puts Dubuque in front for the first time tonight by a score of 2-1. We'll wait for the official scoring on it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cornforth who gets it. So Riders got to do a little catching up here in the last 8:17 of the third period. As the puck controlled by Vandenberg, he'll turn and flip it down into the Dubuque end of the rink, cleared back into the corner on the left-hand side, knocked away, and the Fighting Saints bring it back out into the neutralized area. Fire it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink, and they're going to get called for icing in the process. And we will go back down to the Dubuque end of the rink for the face-off. And it looks like we're going to go to the left side of the net. Goaltender Jan Shapunar. Puck cleared back down into the corner. Fighting Saints get control of it, try to clear it out. Intercepted. Held in, shot, save, rebound, goes back in behind the net. Shot off the stick of Robert Chelan. Cleared back out to the blue line. Mackey just barely kept it in. Cleared back down, shot wide of the goal. Vandenberg has it, gets it out front, and everybody all tied up. Carries all the way through to the left-hand side. Fighting Saints chip it out into the neutral ice area. Knocked down there, back into the Rough Rider zone. As the Rough Riders have it back in their own zone. Mackey behind the net, turns, comes out the near side. Mackey brings it ahead into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Tried to split three defensemen. That didn't work real well. Puck cleared back off to the near side. Knocked back down into the corner, cleared away as it carries off to the left-hand side. Knocked down, poked into the corner, picked up there. GB trying to get it out front now for Nelson. That didn't quite connect. GB behind the net, hit the net with a pass. Now the shot off front by Vig. Knocked down, Vig gets it back, poked away from him at the last second. GB holds it in, takes it down along the right-hand boards. Drops it for Estepovic, back out, Vig, shot, save. Rebound cleared wide of the goal, back around to the left-hand boards. Centering attempt across, Estepovic missed the one-timer. Cleared back out front, and it comes all the way down to the Rider end of the rink. Won't be icing, the Rough Riders shot it. Back in behind the net, the Riders turn and come out of their own zone. Maxon Vig brings it ahead, fires wide of the net, back down into the corner. On the right-hand side, knocked away as they fight for it along the boards. Cleared back to the corner on the near side, back out to the blue line, held in Slezak. Golfs it over to the left-hand side. Fighting Saints get to it first, clear it back out into the neutral ice area. Poked ahead to the Rough Riders zone, to the near side it comes. And Slezak turns, starts out, long pass for Ronaldo, misfires. And that's going to be an icing call on the Rough Riders. We'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off. The goal did indeed go to Gavin Cornforth. And for Cornforth, that was number 12 on the year, 2 assists. Van Vliet gets 1. And Spicer, the other, his second assist of the night. And the Fighting Saints lead at 2-1 with 5:54 to go as the puck's cleared into the corner. Back out Barnhill at the point. Shot saved by Rails, who traps it and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It will be to the left-hand side of the Rough Rider goaltender, A.J. Rails. Ulvebny moving in to take the draw. He'll take it against Merrill. Puck cleared back along the boards. Barnhill holds it in. Fires it back in behind the net out the right-hand side. Picked up there, cleared out to the blue line, knocked down. Brought back off to the near side now. Is coming in with it is Spicer. Takes it up along the boards. Knocked away back around the near side. As Jason Musa picks it up, gets it ahead to Ulvebny. Off to the right-hand side. Down into the corner as they fight for it along the boards there. Ulvebny gets shoved into the boards face first. Man advantage coming for the Rough Riders. Going to get a boarding call on the Fighting Saints at the 14:42 mark. And heading off is Merrill. So the Rough Riders will get their second man advantage of the night. Rough Riders cash the first one in. Could use another one here to tie the game back up. So as Merrill heads to the Great America Sin Bin, the Rough Riders head to their second Sadler power play of the night. Puck cleared back along the boards. Astapovich has it left-hand side. Looking for a place to go with it. Backhands it out to the point. Near side it comes Maxon Vig. Cross rink it goes now. Down low Astapovich left-hand side. Back out it comes. Now back down Hajibi. Off for Vig, who moves it. Shot, save, and traffic rebound. Goal! Daniel Astapovich. Astapovich with his second power play tally of the night. Gives him 12 goals on the year, his second of the night. And those two goals give him the undisputed team lead in goals. He was tied with Hajibi coming into play tonight, but most important number right now is we're back to 2-2 with 4:54 to go in the third. And something went wrong on the faceoff, so we're going to line them up, try it again. Shots at 27 apiece. Puck down on the ice, cleared back down to the Rough Rider line. Slezak has it there. Clears it ahead, down into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Back ahead come the Fighting Saints. Van Vliet comes in, shot, save, rebound, cleared to the right-hand side. Back off to the boards, out to the point, held in there by the Fighting Saints. Dryden Allen. Allen gets it down low, knocked away. The Riders pick it up, turn, and come back out on the attack. Romeo brings it in. Gets it for Ranallo. His shot saved. Cleared back around to the near side. Vig holds it in at the point. Back along the boards, left-hand side, knocked away as the Fighting Saints have it in their own zone. Cornforth circling with it there, gets it off to the left-hand side. Out to neutral and fired down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back around to the near side. Knocked away. Riders pick it up. And backhanded out into the neutral ice area. Fighting Saints get it back there. Morello turns and brings it in. Takes the shot. Glove save made by Rails, who traps it and hangs on. And we'll get the face-off coming up with 3:41 to go in regulation. I hate to say that word, but we may be looking at it. Astapovich's second goal of the night, 2 assists. One goes to Heath Nelson and the other to Maxon Vig. We're tied at 2. As the puck's down on the ice, controlled by the Rough Riders. Hiles clears it back out into the neutral ice area. Musa brings it ahead. Musa brings it in, gets it off now for Ovebny, tied up at the last second. Puck clears off to the near side. The Fighting Saints turn and come back in. Coming down the near side, Ekman gets it out front. Shot in the goal. Nothing fancy about that one. Coming down the left-hand side, just flipped in front. And I'm thinking that that was Genersho who actually got the stick down to redirect it in. And at the 16:38 mark, the Fighting Saints go back in front with an even strength tally. If you remember the game in Dubuque, 10 days ago? Someplace in there. These teams scored like 4 goals in the last 2.5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. Cleared back out to the Fighting Saint line as it clears off the boards out into the neutral ice area. Rough Riders get it back. Hajibi clears it ahead for Nelson. Nelson carries it down to the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Knocked away, goes back in behind the net. Cleared back around to the near side as Giuliani gets it out into the neutral ice area. Down into the Rough Riders zone. It carries off to the right-hand side as they pile up along the end boards. Cleared back out to the blue line. Held in by the Fighting Saints. Shot hit traffic, never got to the goal. Deflects up and out of play. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It was Torkel Genersho who gets the go. And for Genersho, that's number 9 on the year. Edison Engel gets the only assist. And the Fighting Saints back in front by a score of 3-2. Puck shot, save is made. Rebound cleared back into the corner, right-hand side in the Rough Rider zone. Barron has it there as they tie it up along the end boards, knocked away. They continue to fight for it. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them digging for it along the boards. It squirts out of the pile. Fighting Saints get it back out to the near side. Shot, save. And Rails gets down on top of it as Malbuff got the shot off, and AJ took it off the chest protector and then put the big glove down to cover it up. And we'll get a face-off with 2:31 to go in the contest. And the Rough Riders down by 1 at 3-2. Morello will take the draw, cleared back in behind the goal. As it comes out the right-hand side, tipped out into the neutral ice area, driven back into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Mackey will go back behind the net and pick it up. Gets it off the boards out to neutral, picked off there by the Fighting Saints' Jonathan Morello. And then it deflects up and out of play. So we'll get a face-off coming up with 2:14 to go. Face-off looks like it's going to be right on the center ice dot. Rinaldo will take the draw with Merrill. And we'll back him up and try it again. As the puck hits the ice, now cleared back into the Dubuque end of the rink. Fighting Saints have control of it there. As coming out with it is Barnhill. Barnhill brings it in, fires it down into the corner on the right-hand side, knocked away. The Rough Riders turn and come back out. Blanchard gets it off for Romeo. Romeo carries it down deep into the Fighting Saint end of the rink. Puck cleared back along the boards on the near side. Max and Vig steers it behind the net. Blanchard tied up along the end boards as the puck comes out the near side. Cleared back in behind the net. Blanchard got dump play, carries on. Fighting Saints get it to the blue line into the neutral ice area as they bring it ahead. Spicer coming in now, working against Joseph Menz. Gets ridden off the puck. He clears back out into the neutral ice area with 1:24 to go. As it's brought ahead now, Cornforth will clear it in wide of the goal, back into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away. Fighting Saints have it along the right-hand boards, knocked away. As it carries back along the boards, knocked loose. Fighting Saints get it back. Barron try to get it in front. Does. Cleared away at the last second. Ajibi after the loose puck as we hit a minute to go in the third period. The Riders down by one. Back out front. Barron shot tied up from behind. Never got it off. Back out it comes Malbuff at the point. Off to the near side, Cornforth. They'll share it back in behind the net. Vig clears it back around to the left-hand side. As the Riders get control of it, turn, clear it back out into the neutral ice area. Coming ahead, there goes AJ to the bench. Astapovic has the puck. Drops it now for Hajibi into the corner. Cleared back in behind the net, back for Hajibi in the right-hand corner. Out to the point it comes Slezak. Down low it goes Astapovic. Pass for Shalon. Missed his stick. Went all the way back to the Rough Rider end of the rink. 15 to go. Slezak brings it ahead. Gets it down into the Dubuque end of the rink with 10. Puck cleared back in behind the goal. Knocked away around to the near side. Back out to the point. Slezak turns, fires. Giuliani knocks that high in the air. Back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink, and that's it. Fighting Saints win it. Our final score tonight, the Dubuque Fighting Saints 3. And the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders 2. Dubuque winning their 23rd game of the year, taking them to 46 points. RoughRiders drop to 13, 15, 1, and 1, and stay at 28 points on the year. Pretty even contest most of the night between the teams, but Dubuque got the last bounce, and they made the RoughRiders pay for it, and that's it. 3-2, the final score on the contest. Let's get to the scoring of the game. For the RoughRiders, we got it started at the 14-minute mark of period number 1. Daniel Astapovic getting the power play tally. His 11th of the year from Hajibi and Menz. And a power play tally made it 1-0. Teddy Merrill would tie it up with his 4th of the year from Spicer. At the 18-15 mark, we'd have a scoreless second period. And then the third period at the 10:43 mark, the Fighting Saints took the lead. It goes now down low, Astapovic, left-hand side. Back out it comes, now back down Hajibi. Off for Vig, who moves it, shot, save, and traffic, rebound, goal! Daniel Astapovic. All right, that was actually the Rough Rider goal that tied us back up at 2. Gavin Cornforth had gotten one before that. His 12th of the year from Van Vliet and Spicer. That made it 2-1. Then Astapovic's goal, which you just heard, tied the game up. And let's see here. If I get you the last one. Seem to have lost track of it here. Torkel Gennaro would get the game-winning goal. His 9th of the year. Engel gets the only assist. It was a quick pass out front. Gennaro rammed it home. And the RoughRiders fall tonight by a final score of 3-2. Shot totals in the game finish up 30-26 in favor of Dubuque. Penalties in the contest, 5 for 29 on Dubuque, 5 for 21 on the RoughRiders. Dubuque goes 1 for 3 on the power play, and the RoughRiders go 2 for 2 on the power play. But they fall final score in favor of the Fighting Saints 3-2. Checkdown station out of town scoreboard one last time. 11.5 to go in the third. Fargo is in front of Des Moines tonight by a score of 6-3. And with that, we're going to wrap this one up. We're back on Friday when the Sioux City Musketeers come to town. Hopefully Brad will have his voice back, or most of it, by that point. Thank you for putting up with me for the night. Thank you for joining us. Riders fall again tonight by a final score 3-2. We'll see you Friday. Good night, everyone.